pick him up and he gives you a hug. We're stolen from me, you guys. My grandmother collects black Santas. I knew I was saving this little piece of scrap red yarn for something. Oh my goodness. Actually might be one of my favorite yarns. And 2 ears. Hi friends, welcome back or welcome to my YouTube channel, Kashae's Tuesday. I am Kashae. Hello, and my room is like almost done being set up, but you guys, I have a new yarn storage situation. These shelves were actually white and I painted them brown. It took forever. And then like the shelf that my desk is sitting on, that was white too, and I painted that. And then I painted the inside of this chair. So everything was just like being painted for a while, but you guys can see I'm not done. Like that shelf up there is empty. But anyway, hello. Merry Christmas. So today's vlog is going to be me making my Christmas gifts. So I'm making a Christmas gift for my mom and I'm making a Christmas gift for my brother. Now my brother asked me to crochet the Steelers logo on his beanie, but I feel like he needs a new beanie. So I actually bought him a new beanie from Dollar Tree and it's like lined and like insulated. It's really good quality, but I've been like Googling the Steelers logo like crocheted and I feel like I can kind of freehand it. So yeah. And then I'm just gonna sew it onto this beanie and wrap it up and give it to him. And my mother is a really big Charlie Brown fan, so I'm actually going to crochet her Snoopy. And I found a bunch of like free Snoopy patterns, so I'm just gonna pick one and make one. And yeah, also my grandmother's birthday is this month and my aunt commissioned me to make her a Santa Claus. I'm going to make that as well. So yeah, that is today's vlog. I will not hold you guys up any longer because we need to get into it. I hope everyone had a really magical holiday. Let's just get right into it. I don't actually have a big skein of gray, but I do have a little one and I wanted to show you guys this yarn for a while. I've had it for a while. I actually keep it in my desk. I thrifted this basket from Goodwill and I used to keep my paint in here, but since I don't really paint that much anymore, I decided to keep this little basket in my desk and to put this yarn in here. So this yarn is actually Spin Cozy yarn. I don't know if anyone has like ever heard of it, and I ordered this a while ago. Like this yarn has just been like sitting around. I did make a few scrunchies with this yarn, so I have used it, and I did use it to make the brown skin for my Santa that you guys will see in the video. I love this yarn. I think this yarn is like really perfect for scrunchies. It's so soft. It is 100% acrylic and it's softer than my loops and threads soft acrylic yarn, and I feel like it's almost like soft to the point where it's not like as firm, but I think that's okay because I just like it's so soft, it's squishy, and I mostly make like amigurumi, so I think this is pretty good yarn for that. It is just kind of thin, like skinny, you know. I am like really enjoying this yarn. It actually might be one of my favorite yarns. I really love this yarn and it's really cheap and I think it's really good. I wanted to share, so this is the gray for the logo and our Steelers beanie, and I'm really excited to just like hurry up and get this done. So I recently had to get some new scissors because my pretty pink little scissors that were perfect for my little hands were stolen from me, you guys. I'm being dramatic, but I don't have them anymore and I let them keep them, so I had to get some new scissors. And I've been in Dollar Tree like several times and all the scissors were either like too big or too colorful or like glittery and stuff, and I didn't want any of those scissors. Like I just wanted like little cute kid-friendly plain colored scissors. And finally I found some and I really love the green and yellow. I feel like it's giving like nature, you know. I like the vibes. I'm going to open them up. I also wanted scissors that had the rounded tip. Like I didn't want really sharp tip scissors, or if they were sharp I wanted a cover over them, but these are perfect. That's why I get like kid scissors, because they're like safe, you know. So I'm actually going to use the green ones and the yellow will be extra. So I want to start with the beanie, and the Steelers logo is gray, white, blue, red, and yellow. So here's the beanie up close, and it's like lined a little bit, so it's like extra warm. And you guys, it's been snowing outside. It's so cold. Dollar Tree, $1.25. This is a really nice hat. So we're gonna start with white. Normally with acrylic yarn, I like to use a 4mm, which is right on top, but I think it would be really cute if we used a pink 4mm. Found my pink 4mm, so I'm gonna grab a yellow one. Why not? I was gonna actually crochet the little diamonds on the logo, but I found a picture of someone who just kind of like stitched in a diamond shape, and I think that will just be easier. No one's gonna know the difference except me. You know what I mean? So the coaster pattern that I found actually calls for more rows than what I did, and I think this is a good stopping point for the size of the beanie and like proportion wise. So this is the beanie and this is the brim, and I think the logo should go like right here or here in the middle. Oh my gosh, you guys, I really didn't think about where it was gonna go. Like, I don't know. Oh geez, I don't know. Good morning. It is the next day and I'm in the same cute little cozy sweater. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting a little hot in it, but for continuity purposes, I'm keeping it on. So here's what happened, right? I weaved in the ends and I just thought I was done. I weaved in my ends and everything, and then I just looked over to my left and I saw my gray skein of yarn, and I realized that this logo has a gray circle and I forgot to crochet it on. Like, you guys, I weaved in my ends. I just thought I was done, but I'm not done. So really quickly, I just need to add in that last row, I guess because I was like following the pattern and it didn't say color change, add gray, you know what I mean? Like, so I'm gonna use my Spin Cozy yarn. It is the perfect little gray shade that we need for the logo. Yeah, I'm just gonna do that really quickly. Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. Okay. So now we can finish up the hat. You guys, I knew I was saving this little piece of scrap red yarn for something, and this is just perfect. Oh my gosh, I had this rolled up with the skein and I was just like, what am I ever gonna use this for? And now I'm about to use it. Oh my gosh. And this is how our little logo is looking. I keep like taking it out, redoing it, making it thicker, trying to make it even with the other one. Oh my god, it's been a journey, but I think it's looking really, really good. I just have to fit the red one right here. I'm very proud of this so far. I think they look really, really good. So I'm just gonna do the red one really quickly, and then I should be able to put it together. So here's the hat all done. Originally, I actually had the logo sewn on like way up here, and then I realized it was just way too far up, so I brought it way, way down. I couldn't sew through the lining that I showed you guys, so it's actually just sewn through like this front fabric, but it turned out so good. It's really secure. I'm just worried about him stretching the brim, I guess, or like when he puts it on, if it'll be okay, but I think it should be fine. I love it so, so much. I think it came out so good. I showed my mom, she loves it. And yeah, I'm really like proud of myself. This is a really like random odd request he asked me for one day. I just like freehanded the diamonds and then the border, and I think it turned out really good. And I kind of got into a groove of like making the diamonds look even. So that was nice. That was like some trial and error, but I really like it. And now all I have to do is like give it to him. So I am just popping in because I wanted to show you guys the Santa that I made that I'm actually shipping out in like an hour. Like, he's about to go. My aunt actually commissioned me to make a Santa for my grandmother's birthday, which is in December. So it's kind of like a Christmassy birthday, but my grandmother collects black Santas. So my aunt asked me to make her a black Santa, and she actually paid me for this, which is crazy. Like, you guys know I don't sell my crochet stuff because I just don't feel like it's like 100% good enough, you know? But I am so proud of this. So this pattern is actually like a YouTube tutorial, so that is how I made mine, and I did tweak it a little bit, like just little things where I didn't do as many rounds in the arms, so my arms are a little bit shorter, and I didn't like round out the beard, so my beard is a little bit more square, and I did give him like a little button nose, and just like the boots have an extra round on them, and just little things like that I kind of tweaked. The hat wasn't supposed to be like laying down, but I decided to lay mine down because the acrylic yarn is kind of like stiff, so it was just like sticking straight up, so I decided to like sew it down. And yeah, this is my Santa. He is so cute, you guys. I'm so proud of this, and this took so long. I told my aunt I could do this in like a day or two, and this did not take a day or two. I think because the acrylic yarn, like the stitches are just so small, and I'm not used to doing amigurumi in acrylic yarn or anything other than like plush yarn, so this took quite a while. And there was just a lot of little things I wanted to fix. Like when I did the arms, I actually increased to make them wider, but I didn't increase the same amount on both sides, so I redid an arm, and then like I sewed it down and then took it off and sewed it down again because I didn't like how bumpy it was. And funny enough, when I sewed the head down the first time, I sewed it on backwards, and I didn't notice because the boots are like facing this way, so this is the front, and so I had to redo, and I was almost done too, which is crazy, so I had to redo that. But I love him so much. He was so worth all the hand cramps that I got. I just think he is just like the best little plushie I've ever made, and I never do the like little twinkle in the eyes and stuff. I thought he could use just a little bit extra in his face. I gave him little white eyebrows, and he's just adorable, and I love the belt buckle. I think he is so cute. I'm actually really sad I can't spend like a day with him. Like, I finished last night and he has to be shipped out today. He's just like perfection. Like, he was just really worth the wait and all of the hard work. Now I feel like I want to do all of my amigurumi in acrylic yarn. I think he's just so cute, and he feels so like structurally sound. Like, I don't know, I feel like with the plush yarn, when I make plushies, they don't feel durable to me. I have to be precious with them, but for this one I don't feel like I have to be precious with him. I feel like he'll just be in the family for like generations because he just feels so sturdy. I don't know. So I love him so much. Oh, and the other thing, so I made this hat, right, and I sewed it down, but this was like my first wearable outside of a scrunchie. So I mean, I know it's mini and it's on his little head, but I made a hat. I'm really proud of myself for that, and I'm just like really excited to just dive more into acrylic yarn. I'm having a ton of fun with it, and yeah, I just think he is so cute, and I love him so much, and I'm so sad I have to ship him out and I can't like just keep him forever. But yeah, that is my little Santa that I wanted to show you guys. I'll have the video tutorial linked down below. I loved the tutorial. It was like really easy to follow. She did glue down some pieces and I just sewed everything. I'm very happy with him, and I just wanted to show you guys. I have all of my pieces here to sew together Snoopy. So this is his body, this is his head, I have his collar, I have 2 arms, I have 2 feet, we have a nose, a tail, and 2 ears. I have my tapestry needle because what I've noticed using acrylic yarn is that I definitely need to be using my tapestry needle. This yarn is just a little bit thicker and my stitches are just a little bit smaller and tighter, so the tapestry needle is what works best. And then I have my hair curler pins that I use as amigurumi sticks just to keep everything in place while I'm sewing it together. And then additionally, when he's all put together, I'm going to need my black yarn again to do his face details. This is probably gonna take me like an hour, I don't know, just because I like to go slow, and especially because I'm using acrylic like worsted weight yarn. I can see everything very clearly, so I do like to be slow and really precise and just make sure that the plushie is like really well constructed and sewed together. So this is going to take me a while, plus the pattern doesn't really have like markers on where you're supposed to sew, you know, like what stitch or what row the legs and the arms are supposed to go into. So I'm just gonna have to eyeball him. So yeah, it's probably just gonna take me a minute. I do like to really take my time on this part, so I'm just gonna get to it. I did make his collar a bit wider than the pattern says to. I added 5 more chains just because I was kind of scared it wasn't gonna reach around his neck. We'll see. I think that was a good call. Hi friends! Say hello to Snoopy. So I have finished him up and he is all done and he's so cute. And as you guys saw, I did make him out of worsted weight acrylic yarn through and through, and I just love him so much. You guys, I took these ears off and sewed them on like twice, maybe even 3 times, and it just kind of took me forever to like sew them on. I actually looked up a tutorial on how to sew on amigurumi, which is crazy because I've been crocheting for a year almost, and you would think I would know how to sew on amigurumi, but I used to kind of have this problem when I would sew on amigurumi and it would like pull the stitch and then you could very visibly see it. So I decided to look up some tutorials to see how other people do it because that's just kind of how I assumed how to sew, and I never really looked it up to confirm. And I looked it up and now I know how to sew seamlessly, which is really interesting. And I kind of don't hate sewing anymore. Is that crazy? But here he is. You guys, this size plushie is like so perfect. I think it is so cute. Yeah, I just love him so much. I did decide to add on some of these black details on his paws and his little feet. It wasn't part of the pattern that I followed, but when I looked up other people's Snoopies to try to see where to place the eyes, I saw this detail come up a little bit and I thought he did look kind of plain, so I did decide to add that on, and I think it really adds to like the cartoonish style that he is, and I just love him so much. I'm so proud of like the mouth, the ears. His ears don't flop. I did sew them down so they wouldn't flop, but his arms are kind of floppy because I want you to be able to like pick him up and he gives you a hug. I think it's so cute. I hope that my mother loves him just as much as I do. I know she will. And yeah, so I didn't follow the pattern that I found exactly, and I'm gonna tell you why. So this pattern is like kind of popular on Instagram. I don't think I've seen a pattern with so many likes before. It has like over 40,000 likes, which is so crazy, but I understand why. This is so cute. People in the comments were just talking about how the head was just kind of really big. I think for what the picture showed, you can see this head and it like, I need 2 hands to hold it. And in the picture, he's kind of like bite size. Like, he's little in the pattern designer's photo, and the head that I made turned out like the entire size of what Snoopy kind of looked like he would be to me from the pattern picture. People in the comments were just saying that the head was just kind of big for the body. So there was actually someone in the comments that wrote a pattern if you wanted to make the body a little bit bigger. In the pattern, I think it just added 5 more rows and then like 5 increases, I guess, to just make it a little bit more proportioned with the head. And also the same person did Snoopy's arms different. In their comment, they said it gives him some pause. In the pattern, his arms are just kind of straight down in one size, but for the one that I followed, it's like a circle right here. It gives him a little pause. So that's what I decided to follow. This is like a mishmash of patterns, but I think he turned out so wonderful. So that is who I'm giving credit to the pattern designer, and then the person in the comments that just kind of tweaked a little bit of things for their pattern, and I hope that's okay. I just was kind of worried because the head was huge and I didn't want the body to be too small, so that is why I made the decision to follow the pattern that would increase the body. I just decided to give him paws because he's a doggy and doggy paws are so cute. So that is why I changed and tweaked a few things. The only thing kind of bothering me is that there are these holes right here on his nose and some on his little feet as well. I think that's just because of where I increased. Well, I didn't have to stuff his feet so as much as I did. I probably did overstuff his feet a little bit, but I think for his head to take shape, I had to use a lot of stuffing. I don't know if it's that because there are some parts where, you know, on his head that don't have any holes. I think this might just be like where there are increases. So I don't know if that means that I need to like go down a hook size or maybe half of a hook size. That's what I was thinking, and I just wanted to mention that if anybody has any tips, because mostly throughout there are no holes in him, and so I think it's definitely just where the increases are, or maybe where there's just a lot of stuffing. I don't know. Other than that, he is just so cute and perfect. You guys, I showed my grandfather and he wants one as well, which is so funny. So I guess I have to make another Snoopy, which is fine. This did take me a little bit, but you guys know I'm like a slow crocheter. So I don't think it would have taken me as long if I would have worked on him every single day. And also using worsted weight acrylic yarn, I've been taking my time sewing. Okay, when I made my Santa and then making Snoopy now, I have been taking like an entire day to sew. I think when I was sewing up Snoopy, I told you guys it would probably take me an hour. It didn't take me an hour, it took me like a whole day and a half because I really want him to be super well constructed. I really want to take my time. I want to put him precisely in like every stitch when I sew. You know, it's almost like a whole second project when you're done crocheting everything and there's a lot of pieces and then you have to like sew all the pieces together. It's almost like doing a second project. I really love putting my projects together at the end, and it's almost like therapeutic a little bit in a way. So yeah, I don't mind. I feel like a toy maker or something, and I'm just like really precise with my craft. You know what I mean? I feel so fulfilled, really, and I love doing this, and I really appreciate everyone for being here. And now I'm just going to wrap him up and just give him to my mom. I do have Peanuts wrapping paper, so I think that'll be really fun to give him to my mom in the Peanuts wrapping paper. I just wanted to pop in and show you guys Snoopy. I think he is so cute in his little tail. Oh, he's adorable. So yeah, so I just had to show you guys because I am in love. I am obsessed. I am on this new acrylic yarn worsted weight era, and I am just so happy with it. It just brings me a lot of joy. I feel a lot more calm and relaxed when I crochet now, and like I don't feel scared to sew anything together anymore, and it just feels really good to be in this place with crocheting after about almost a year. And yeah. friends, we are back and Snoopy is all wrapped up in this Peanuts wrapping paper. It is so cute and I'm just so happy and so excited to just like give this to my mom for her to have it. I didn't wrap up my brother's beanie because he has it. I needed to actually adjust the logo because I sewed it up too high, so I had him try it on. It was too high and I brought it down some and he just has it. It was no point really to wrap it up, but I am so happy with today's video. I thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I know this video is really late, but I'm working on it. I'm working on my time management and stuff. Thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!